Hey guys, Kerry here. I am back doing another video. I wanted to talk about my favorite, I guess I'll do this like my favorite shows slash favorite show at the moment. So I'm going to start off with first showing you what I have on my face in case anybody is curious. Could be nobody, but I'll tell you anyway. As far as eyeshadow primer, I use the one I've been using. It's the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. I believe it's like $1 or $3 the most because they don't really have anything higher than like as far as like for single items. So I have, as far as mascara, it's the Scandalized Curve Alert. And as far as, I'm trying to think, eyeshadow, I'm going to do, I have ColourPop on because, of course, if you all know, I love ColourPop. So that's just the kind of thing I go for, plus it's affordable. So first thing I have on, as far as like the bottom half of my lid, it is Millionaire, which is this one right here. And it's a beautiful like gold color. I have that on the bottom part of my lid. And I smoked it out with this loose. And it is a beautiful purpley with iridescence in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So that's what I have on. I did a little something different. I will show you my inspiration and what it's not like 100%, but it's better than what I first had. So I will show you what my inspiration was. Right there. It's like showing up extremely bright on camera. But that was my inspiration. I mean, it's not 100%, but it's better than what my first attempt looked like, and that was pretty bad. And you guys wouldn't want to see that. As far as another base, I should have put this. I put the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. Then I put Cruising Chic, which is the e.l.f. eyeshadow. It's like e.l.f. smudge pot. It's like a dark, like taupe color. So I figured to enhance the Millionaire. So I put that, and it actually did help. It actually did make the color pop more. So perfect. Sorry if this video looks kind of like, I don't know, like the lighting looks kind of like orangey and everything. Sorry if it does. I'll try to see if I can enhance it somehow. I'll have to go with it. The next one I have, as far as my highlight, I put some underneath my brow, and I put Smoke and Whistles, which is the only one I really own. Again, it's like a basic, like champagne kind of color. Really pretty. These things are absolutely so silky. It's like, it feels like butter. I also am wearing, in the center of my lid, I put a little bit of Glitterize, which I will definitely be doing a video on. I'm just trying to space out all like my reviews. I don't want to put all reviews up and have like nothing else to talk about. So I feel I'm going to wait for a little while in order to get that. I'm not sure if this is like Angel something. I'm not exactly sure the name, but it's this one. Just took a little bit of this and I put it in the middle. It's a little iridescent. It's very, very pretty. As far as lipstick, I am wearing the Kate Moss. I think this is Revlon or Rimmel. Rimmel. And it's in the number 14. It's a really pretty, like dark, I'd say like a little bit like of a chocolatey color. Figured with the look, that's how that looks. Very, very pretty. Alrighty, so I'm going to jump into the show that I'm loving, and I will mention other shows that I like watch on the regular. Right now, me and my sister are into a show. It's called This Is Us. Has Mandy Moore, Milo Ventimiglia, Chrissy Metz, Justin Hartley, and Sterling K. Brown. It's about a husband and wife, which is Mandy Moore and Milo Ventimiglia. She gets pregnant. She originally has triplets when she gives birth. So again, if you never watched this, it's gonna be a spoiler. I just want to explain. She was supposed to have 3 kids. Sadly, they were able to deliver 2, which was the boy and the girl, which is Kate and Kevin, but Kyle did not make it. So what happens is that they're at the hospital, they're devastated, of course. You know, you could understand that when somebody loses a child, a part of you is like missing. So they're upset about it. So when Nilo Ventimiglia is looking the day that they were born, just so happens that another baby was brought in by somebody left it by a fire station. So the fireman brought it in and was talking. He's standing there looking at the baby, and the fireman in Nilo Ventimiglia, who is Jack, is there talking, and he's like, oh, which one are yours? So Jack shows him Kate and Kevin. Then he's like, which one is yours? To the fireman, and the fireman's like, oh no, I don't have a kid. He's like, the kid right there was left at the fire station, and the kid is, you know, he's black and everything, and you know, so he's like, in a way you kind of could see in his face, he's like looking at the baby like, okay, well, we don't have our original 3. So he winds up talking into Mandy Moore that, which her name is Rebecca, he winds up telling her, you know, oh, look, this kid doesn't have a family. We should just take him and give him a, you know, that could be our 3rd child. And at first she was not having it. I could understand it's not your child, you didn't give birth. At first she was kind of really struggling. She just was not happy, which you know, you feel bad in the show. You're really like, you feel horrible for her and everything, because she's really trying, and anything she does, the baby's just crying and crying and crying. And even he says, Jack's like, you have to wanna let him, you know, like, you know, you have to let him. She's kind of like, babies can sense fear, and that's what he's telling her. He's like, you know, Rebecca, he's like, you have to let the baby adjust to you. I know it's hard, but you have to let him. So it took her a little while, and she did. And she was originally going to name the baby Kyle, but then she named him Randall. Reason being is because the day she gave birth and the day she left the hospital, she happened to see his father and everything. At first, he didn't really acknowledge her. She somehow found out where he lived and everything, and she went and talked to him and asked him, you know, why did you leave the baby there and everything. So if I was to explain the whole story, I'm just trying to give you a rundown. I'll be talking for hours. But pretty much, she knew about his father when he was a kid, like when he was a newborn. So then this show goes from when they were kids to when they were adults. And at first, it is confusing, because all you see this couple pregnant, and then you see these 3 adults. And you're thinking, I thought it was about 4 different families. I thought at the beginning it was about Kate, Kevin, Randall, and Jack and Rebecca, not realizing that it was about Jack and Rebecca having the kids, and that was their life. It took you a little bit until you've seen the scene where in the bassinets you see Kate, Kevin, and you see Randall. You're like, oh my god, that's the whole idea of the show, is that they're showing you flashbacks from their past and their adult life and everything. And I could relate, because and when they're older, you could start to see that Jack is not there, and you start to wonder, like, what's going on. I just thought maybe at the beginning, oh, maybe, you know, they just didn't, you know, bring him in yet. But then me and my sister caught on, because what happened was we didn't watch from episode 1. So before we didn't want to just watch the episode on TV, because everybody was saying you can't miss an episode because it kind of all coordinates with itself. So we went on Hulu and we just watched from episode, I think, 1 to like 5 or 6, and we were like getting into it, crying, because, oh my god, the relationship Jack has with his kids seriously could break your heart, because he, like, loves them, he's there for them, he encourages them, he pretty much, you know, shows love, like, unconditionally, and it's hard to, it's crazy because not all parents are like that, and I can vouch for that, because not saying that, like, you know, my life wasn't horrible, but I didn't have the most caring parents in the end, I guess you could say. But, seeing that relationship with Jack and the kids and him and Rebecca, and it was just, honestly, if you have not seen the show, I highly recommend that you watch it, because every time you watch it, every Tuesday at 9 o'clock, like my sister even has preset hashtags, like get your Kleenex out and everything. It's true. You're always crying at something that goes on in this show. How they do it, how they get you to cry is amazing, because this show is just, it hits, and I can relate, because eventually you find out that Jack he passed away when the kids were younger and everything. So I could understand how they feel, because I myself lost my mother when I was 10, and I can understand what it's like, you know, losing a parent, and you never really heal from it. You move on, but a part of you kind of dies that day, because you don't have your two parents that, you know, to be there and to share memories with, so it's difficult. I can understand, you know, why but these kids, like, idolize their father, everything that he did and said, and they all remember, and they remember everything word through word, and it's a beautiful thing. I really, like I said, I love this show. The characters do their roles to the T. That's all I could say. They're just amazing. And like I said, if you ever watch the show, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I will talk with you about it, because I even joined a few Facebook groups, because my sister was in them, and she added me, and I comment all the time on those things, because I absolutely love this show. I'm sorry about boring you about that for so long. As far as other shows I watch, I love Full House. Again, I can relate to that, because it's a single father with 3 girls. And my dad is a single father, well, not really a single father, but he was a single dad with 3 girls. Because it's me, my older sister, and I haven't, well, it's my first sister, it's Teresa, she's 37. Then I have Warren, she's 33, 34. And then there's me, and I'm 27. So I can understand Full House, and that's why I love it. And every time I watch the episode, I could have seen the episodes 10 times, 15, 20 times each. I'll cry every single time, because I could relate, and me and my sister both will sit here, we're like, oh, we're not going to cry at this scene, because we know, especially when you hear that ding, 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 like that wonderful little music that they play, you know it's going to be a tearjerker. Every single time we say, well, we're not going to cry, we've seen this 100 times, you wind up crying. I know I have other people out there that probably do the same thing. I love that show. Snooki and JWoww, thanks to Hulu, me and my sister, we watched it when it originally aired. So we loved it then, and we've rewatched that show at least maybe 5 to 10 times. I know you're probably like, you have some issues. Maybe I do, but when I like a show, I can rewatch it. Another show we like also is Jersey Shore. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, that's like the Guidos and Guidettes. Yeah, it is, but it was very, like, we connected with the cast. Like, we loved, you know, Mike, Jenny, and Ronnie, and Sammy, Vinny, Paulie. Really did not care for Angelina. Happy that she left, and then Dina joined the cast later on. Thank the Lord. That was a show that, again, thanks to Hulu. Well, we have 1 through 4 on DVD. We just need 5 and 6. So, we love that show. Again, it is a great show. Like I said, it's sometimes some people look at it like, oh, they're being ridiculous, partying and clubbing, but there is a family, kind of like a family vibe to it, because they do like their family dinners on Sunday, and they do things together, which we just loved it because we connected with the cast and everything. And also, I'm trying to think anything else. What else do I watch? Jersey Shore, Snooki and Jenny. Mob Wives is another one we like. We love. My God, like I said, that was another show that we, you know, at first I was like, oh, I don't really care about, you know, people like, well, it's a mob family and everything. My sister, who always is the first one to say, oh, I think that looks like a good show. Anytime she says it looks like a good show, it winds up being a good show. So we again, Hulu, thank you so much. I love that. I love Hulu. Again, we've rewatched seasons of that, because if we like a show, we don't care. We feel like, hey, we know we like the show. Why not watch something you know you're going to like versus something you know you're not a little iffy about? We've watched Mob Wives, I Am Jazz, which is about a transgender teen and her family that fully supports her, which she has a mom, a dad, and 2 brothers, and another sister. And it's, like I said, again, a lot of people might not support that whole transgender and everything, but the show, to see how much the family, like, really does support her and that they love her, that's great, honestly. Like, I love all that stuff. I like the fact that they have her back and they love her, and she really does, like, she sticks up for it, and she does those seminars, and she does, like, talks and speeches, and she is such, she's very artistic, and she's, like I said, she is honestly adorable. She's the cutest thing, and, you know, like I said, again, you have to, I guess, for that show, you have to have a heart. You have to be open-minded. You can't be opinionated. You can be opinionated, but you can't be like, oh, I can't accept this. I can't accept that. If you're going to act like that, then you're going to not understand the show. So, I'm trying to think. I watch a lot of old shows and everything. Like, I Love Lucy, The Brady Bunch, trying to think. I know I'm drawing blanks here because I know there's other shows that I watch. And now Jon and Kate +8. I've been a show of that since it came out. I remember I was in school. I went to college and everything. Because I had nothing else to do, I would be put on the TV and I would watch this couple who had 8 kids. They had 2 twins, which are Kara and Maddie. And then they had, a couple of years later, they had sextuplets. And they had Aiden, Colin, Joel, Alexis, Leah, Hannah. And at first, I was only the one that really would watch it and everything because I was in school. But when I went home, I got my sister into it. And I was like, oh, you gotta watch the show. Oh my God, these kids, they had the cute, they were adorable. They were like Korean. I think they're Korean, French, I don't know, it's something like, he explains it, his mix, and then she's, I think, I don't know what Kate is, honestly. I don't think she ever really got into what her nationality, but they're Korean and white, pretty much. These kids, oh my God, I watched them back in 2007 and 2008, and they were, I'm trying to think, like 3-4 years old back then. Now, believe it or not, the kids, the sextuplets are 13, and Kara and Maddie are 16. I know anybody that watches the show probably knows and everything, but that's another show that I do love. And I also watch, they're kind of like it's like a show from that. It's Kate +8 because Jon and Kate wound up getting a divorce. So now it's just her and the 8 kids, and they like follow them and they go on trips and things like that. I'm trying to think what else. I like cooking shows. I like to watch like Chopped, Cake Boss, Cupcake Wars. I love the Frugal Gourmet, right? And people are gonna say, what the hell's the matter with you? Like, as a kid, I remember watching that show, and on YouTube, this guy uploads like videos and everything. I was like, oh my God, I love this guy. So I used to watch him all the time. Like I said, I like a variety of different shows. I like a lot of reality TV and family sitcoms and everything. And also another show that I never really watched, but my sister did as a kid, and we started watching it, was Elf. I know probably a lot of like, oh, but oh my god, it's such a cute show. This little thing, he is so cute, Elf, and everything. It's really, really a cute show. I don't want to keep, like, boring you guys if it is already 20 minutes long, but I'm going to end here. If there's anything else I can think of, I'll probably make a part 2 to this, but I just wanted to come on and make a little something and check in with you guys. Let me know what you want me to do, if you have anything in mind as far as, like, I don't know, like makeup looks, if you want me to show you, if you want me to do a monthly favorites as far as, like, things that I like to use. If that's what you want to see from me, thumbs up, comment. Let me know. You know, I want to know what you guys want to see from me. I'm trying to get more subscribers. It's difficult. I'm really, like, I'm always trying to ask people, and it's, like, the hardest thing. So, please, like I said, share my page, share my channel. Like I said, I just want all positivity. I don't want to have to deal with negative people. It's already too much of that in the world. I'll be back. I'll see you guys again another time. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.